Lupe, Imam Sohaib, I'm just looking at our chat box, and it's just a beautiful thing because you see people posting their times and what countries they're from. And just looking at the chat box, it's all over the world. I mean, you got people in Sudan, you got people in Italy, you got people in Malaysia, in Egypt, in Australia, all over the globe. And
brother just hit me up from Philly.
Allah, and of course, big shout outs to Philly, big shout outs to NY, big shout outs to Chi-Town, big shout out to Bay Area, all of the U.S., even big shout outs to Canada, South America. But of course, I mean, we have all around the world right now, we have youth.
Making a difference.
Just dropping it. Just, subhanAllah, just basing right now. Call in 855-447-1009. Lupe, we just had a few people call in from their youth groups, and they were sharing with us what they were doing in their local, whether it be Masajid, their MSA, their organizations, whatever it may be. And they were just telling us how just even something as simple as calling a friend and saying, yo, I just donated $20 to Islamic Relief for the sake of East Africa. Why don't you do the same thing? And it showed you the power of just that, the social networking, Facebook, Twitter. I urge everyone right now to just go on your Facebook for just 3 seconds and put, right now, I just donated X amount of money for the sake of East Africa on One Legacy Radio for Islamic Relief. Lupe Fiasco was on. Imam Sohaib Web dropping it as always. Lupe, do you have any closing comments that you'd like to head us off with, especially for the youth, inshallah?
I would just like to reinforce that even in the event of people who honestly don't have, just to show solidarity,
Right.
to be an example, I think a large part of Islam for me is you lead by example.
Right.
If you can't actively tell someone how to pray or give someone the dawah in that sense directly, just the way you live your life, in the way living your life in a sense where people view you, you become an example of that
Right.
in your action. So even if you don't have the money to give, just if you can if you tweet, and show some solidarity, to raise some awareness, to show your solidarity to that, who knows who that will affect.
Right.
To say, hey, let me tweet this link out. I don't have any money. Let me tweet it, but I can get on Twitter and tweet this link, to Islamic Relief, or give, just spread the word in that sense,
Exactly.
to people who may be capable of giving some money or donating or what have you, or just donating your time in that sense. I think that speaks loudly as well. I think that is, in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is just as good as if you gave $1 billion.
Exactly.
Because you never know who you're actually going to affect and what this is actually going to mean for somebody. And it's meaningful for people to see that people care. That people actually care about their suffering, and knowing, I don't think people are unreasonable overall. And I think that if people knew that, hey, I'm suffering, but somebody out there recognizes that I'm suffering, and they're doing all that they can, screaming from the mountaintops to let people know who can actually help us,
Right.
Do that. But at the same time, too, the people that those tweets reach, who do have the finances and the capability to actually help and donate to the cause, don't hesitate. Giving in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not a loss of wealth. It's not a loss. It's not like you're sacrificing, something for the sake of something else. It's something that is our duty as not only Muslims, but a duty as human beings.
Wow.
And I think it's to impress that point, so it doesn't get caught up in, it's just something that Muslims do. It's like, this is something that everybody should do. Something that is impressed throughout all religions, no matter what creed or where it came from or who runs it, or, what's the name of the organization. This is something that is important and something that is actionable for everybody. And as far as the youth, this is the every time is the time for Islam to show, its beautiful face. In the climate where Islam is giving itself such an ugly rap.
Right.
In the way that we're handling our conflicts, and the way that we're handling our national struggles and things of that nature, showing the ugliness of people. I think this is a time where for the youth of Islam around the world to stand up in solidarity to show a beautiful side of Islam as well. And outshine the conflicts and the terrible things that we are seeing going on in Muslim countries right now at this day. you know, this is the opportunity to show another side of Islam, the grace of Islam at work. So don't be hesitant, youth, in whatever possible manner that you can.
Right.
You know, get out there and let's protest this.
Wow.
You know, let's be outraged at this.
Yes.
Let's have a day of rage for this.
Allahu
inshallah.
Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah. May Allah bless you, Aki, for taking time out to call in. Very beautiful words, Aki.
Jazakallah khair. Thank you, brothers. I really appreciate you. May Allah bless you, and I make dua for you tonight, every night, as I do every night for every Muslim and every human being walking this planet, inshallah.
Jazakallah khair once again, Brother Lupe. That was absolutely
MashaAllah.
incredible. Subhanallah. I mean, those words coming from Lupe, straight to the heart.
I felt like I was a Jumu'ah prayer, man. I mean, it was that last few minutes was really invigorating.
Right.
He said, "Let's have rage. Let's have rage
Let's protest this.
in the face and protest in the face of oppression,
Allahu Akbar.
the face of suffering, the face of hardship." And what's beautiful, Akhi, is this is a very practical thing to do.